depopulating. So we've got to be able to differentiate ourselves from the surrounding communities somehow by offering a quality of life that's different. We get great accolades, we have assets that other counties are envious of. We've got 2 rivers that run through here. We've got great park systems. We've got ag land. Most of the people I talk to in Beaver County want to be Beaver County. They enjoy that diverse quality of life that we have. They don't want to be Cranberry. They don't want to be South Point. They don't want to be Robinson necessarily. But they also say they want more retail and restaurant options. It was number 5 on the survey list. So, you know, there's a balance there. What we're trying to do, what attracted me to Beaver County 25 years ago, was the green space, the rivers, the farmland, the small towns, our legacy riverfront towns. That's what people appreciate. So how do we continue to revitalize our riverfront towns, have smart growth, not a lot of sprawl, but still provide that balance between what folks want?
We'll keep that Maple Syrup Festival strong, because we have a hope of getting our younger son back. It'll be the bigger and better Maple Syrup Festival.
And just another thing on collaboration, Push Beaver County has done an unbelievable job in pulling that together, resurrecting the Maple Syrup Festival. I think it's going to be bigger and better than ever this year, and we are excited about that.
That's great. Well, thank you. That's a great response. I'm going to kind of do a almost like a rapid fire here on some very a little more specific questions that I think you'll have some great updates on. The 72 steel mill got a lot of attention. Is that project moving forward? You know, what are you hearing about Beaver County Labor being involved with that? We'd love an update.
We're trying to get Beaver County Labor involved with that right now. Right now, the last thing that we've heard officially is that the property closed, which means Mr. Better's, whatever agreement he had with the firm, is closed on the property. They own the property. And I've heard that they're looking for financing. They're trying to put the package together. And once that occurs, we should be able to get some information. And once we get the information, we'll do just like we did with the cracker. We'll get the unions involved and sit them down at the table. And they know we're a union county. So we will definitely get them involved as soon as we know. Right now, that's the latest information I heard. I don't know if Jack or Dan has heard anything more up to date, but.
No, I believe it's going to go forward. I hope it does go forward. I think it's an important part of revitalizing Aliquippa and West Aliquippa. But there's financing issues, and we're one step at a time. These things, as you know, can take a while.
I'm listening for trying to keep my ear to the ground, because I remember when a cracker plant was coming, nobody knew anything, but we knew they were building the components. I think we didn't know where, but apparently it was in Malaysia and all over the world. But once those rumors sneak by, then you know what's happening. But this is going to be a rod plant, I think, a rebar plant. And I can tell you this, I didn't understand a whole lot that was being said, but they were very, very, very excited.
Well, and we need rebar locally for all that infrastructure.
That's right. Absolutely.
Okay, another very specific question. Someone wants to know why the charger, I presume that's the EV charger, at the courthouse is only available during courthouse hours, and they feel it would be an asset if it was available on weekends, even if there were charges. Payments.
Well, we turned it off because somebody was, instead of charging at their house, was coming in. We don't charge anything for that. There's no fee because the parking lot is free to park in. And anybody from the community can use it, but we restricted the hours to courthouse hours. And that's why.
That makes a good business.
Somebody was abusing the system. Again, there are dreamers and schemers out there.
And we didn't change it.
And we actually...
You'd think if you owned a Tesla or electric car, you'd own a charger. I mean, come on.
The system, we did look at changing it after hours to be able to be charged, but the system that we had, it wasn't capable of converting it.
yeah,
Yep.
I'm all for that. So this is a very serious issue, probably not one that's has a short answer, but food insecurity in the county, talk about some of the many parties and activity that's contributing to addressing food insecurity.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of moving parts here. I know we have folks here that work with some of the pantries and different stuff. Shell has been tremendous in supporting the food bank and different stuff. That's part of my concern about the Alice families, about those folks and the food security that's needed there. We try and help and contribute when we can. We've helped facilitate some of those arrangements, but we appreciate particularly the business support of those food pantries and stuff to make that happen, and the different folks that are involved with that. I know one other thing around that's important, post the derailment, and we were just in Darlington again last week on the 1-year anniversary of the train derailment. The good news is that from a Pennsylvania standpoint, our crops, our soil, our farms, our farmer markets have managed to survive through that. Some of the issues that were there, I was very concerned about that as a member of the Beaver Lawrence Farm Bureau. I've been very active with those folks, but the farmers markets recovered. I know we just signed up again for our farm basket through the CSA with a different farm, the Happy Farm that's out in Darlington and Enon Valley. So we're glad that there weren't any lasting ramifications from that, and we'll be able to continue to provide that food to the community that's grown there through the farmers markets, and also great organizations like Cropping Kettle and the different folks that are out there working with food insecurity, folks like Uncommon Grounds and the different folks that are involved with that. Penn State Extension has done some great work with food insecurity across some of our disproportionately impact communities as a result of COVID and the pandemic. So a lot of good moving parts there, and I'm proud of the effort that's been taking place.
Yeah, I was glad to see that question. I was at a Penn State Extension Council meeting yesterday and hearing an update on many of those initiatives. I'm going to do 2 more questions, and then we're going to get you on your way today. But one question that I think is endemic of what often happens is county commissioners are asked about issues that really aren't under the purview of the county, but you do see a lot that I think is very interesting. Hence, the audience here today. So this one kind of falls in that category. But given the challenges on a federal level with complications to access financial aid for higher education, how does the county see young people and some strategies to pursue post-secondary education? And obviously we'd like to keep that discussion county-based and not more broadly if possible. Or you can pass. That's a tricky.
Yeah, again, thank you for the questions out there. I think if you want to sit down with the board, we can discuss ways that we can provide these services. That is something, even though it's not under our purview, again, we could leverage some money. We could put some funding together and maybe offer that service, whether it's a workshop. It's funny you hit this. My nephew was just up the other night till 3 a.m. doing his FAFSA. He did it by himself. A single mother, he did it by himself, and so there are those issues out there, and it'd be nice maybe if there was a service out there. So whoever asked that question, I don't know if it's something we could facilitate, but there's definitely an organization out there that we probably could put you in contact with.
And I think what we have here today is tremendous leadership support from Geneva, Penn State, CCBC. I'm certainly they are well qualified to assist with some of those questions. Thank you. So this was a really high level, but I've saved it as a great summary question. What are your 3 top priorities for 2024 for Beaver County?
Oh, jeez. 3 top priorities.
Bring us home.
I used the word resurgence earlier. I think it's important that we don't lose strength or momentum. We have to continue to grow. We have to continue to do those items, whether it's getting infrastructure in place, and I'm going to make a pitch here for any of our municipality leaders who are here with us today. Please, please, please. I don't want to be here next February and have to say that we pulled money back from our municipalities because you're not getting those shovels in the grounds for those projects we allotted for. Please, the engineering firms who are here today that work with those municipalities, let's help them speed these projects up. I know there's several sponsors here. It's important that we do that. That's not something we want to announce, that we pull money from our municipalities and put it back into the county coffers. So it's definitely getting that infrastructure in place. And it's continuing to provide the great services, whether it's through our behavior health, our children youth services, or our Office of Aging, and also making sure that all of our residents have all the needs that they need to be able to flourish and grow Beaver County.
That's great. Commissioner Amati.
We have 12 municipalities, Rivertown municipalities, that are disproportionately impacted. We've allocated $16 million. $16 million. That's going to put a lot of infrastructure in. But if you keep waiting and the deadline comes, you're not going to be able to do what Beaver County needs you to do. And that's put in the water structures, put in the sewer, put in the storm sewers. How many communities are besieged with these permits for stormwater management? It's ridiculous. I mean, we pay a fee for Brady's Run, which is a stormwater management facility. That's ours. We still got to pay for it. So use the money, please. I never thought, we discussed this before, that it would be so hard to give away money to governments and businesses to help them pursue everything in their best interest. This is a 100-year anomaly. This is not going to happen again. So please, whatever you do, try to get that expedited in your communities. Thank you.
And Jack, would you like to wrap up for us?
Well, I don't know.
Not clean up, Anchorman.
Can do that. I mean, I have a lot of pet projects. People know I'm not a single issue person. I'm very eclectic interests. I'm always juggling multiple balls here. We've got, there's 5 or 6 dozen organizations that I'm meeting with routinely that all have their issues. I'm trying to help them solve the problems and move forward, make Beaver County the best it can be. I have a couple of pet projects. I mean, one is the Environmental Discovery Center. I still think that could be a jewel. It's an investment in the future to educate our kids and bring a great opportunity to talk about how progress and energy-based manufacturing and sustainability aren't mutually exclusive. They can be done. Our legacy of Beaver County is manufacturing. I still think that's our strength. I still think that's what we have the labor force for, the background for, the education system for. So that Educational Discovery Center, I think, is a key component of that. In addition to attracting tourists and folks in here, we still need to do a lot with blight. I'm very proud of the Reclaim project that we helped pilot. Took down 36 different houses in 3 different communities. Have we eliminated all the blight that's out there? No. That's always an evergreen process. We're going to have to continue to fight blight. So that's one of the things. And trails and connectivity. You guys know, it seems like I've been pushing that rope up a hill for about 12 or 15 years now. I know we're working on some things with the Redevelopment Authority for some great things along the riverfront in the Beaver River, as well as trying to move forward on some of the Ohio River Trail stuff. We'd love to see progress on that as well. So a lot of different moving parts. I will say I am looking forward to the continued investment in Beaver County. Shell's up and running now, almost at 100% capacity. I believe they've lined out. I have great faith. They're going to continue to do a great job and be a good neighbor. We have Tenera Steel that's come in, BMAC Trucking, who's one of the top companies in the country now for trucking and employment. We've got St. Barnabas and all the investments that they're doing. There's tremendous progress with a lot of people in Heritage Valley and the work that they continue to do and grow access to health care. So we're moving in the right direction. We're going to stumble, we're going to still have obstacles. Always. Good governance requires diligence, but again, it requires facing reality as it is, not as we want it to be. It gets to what we want to be by dealing with these certain situations. So a lot of issues for us to work with.
Well, we look forward to hearing about those again next year at the 2025 State of the County Breakfast. And how about some appreciation for the commissioners being with us today? So one last order of business. Really want to thank the chamber staff and the volunteers from our board, Jim, Peggy, Molly, and I'm going to cede the podium to Molly, who's going to give us a preview of a couple upcoming events before we adjourn here this morning.
Thank you, and thank you, commissioners, for being here again. Always having to lower the microphone for me. I just wanted to give a quick introduction. My name is Molly Sear. I am the Director of Membership and Events at the Chamber. Always happy to help if you have any questions about your membership. We want to get more people involved. This is a wonderful turnout today, so make sure that you're disseminating the great word when you go back to your businesses about everything that we can offer you. We have a new upcoming event called Bee Club After Dark. It is on March 13th at eXp Realty in New Brighton. It is the Latham's new location. So this is a free networking event. If you can't make it to our morning bee clubs on Friday morning, this is a great opportunity to come. We'll have it from 4 to 6. So we'll just have some drinks, some appetizers. It'll be a nice free networking event. Also wanted to plug our congressional breakfast that we will have on April 9th. We will have Congressman DeLuzio with us. And then we will have our annual gala and silent auction. This year it is on a Friday, and we will have that at Shakespeare's. And we're excited that we're going to have a live band, and we will also have some unique experience-based auction items for everyone. Please save the date for the rest of our events. We have them all on the calendar, so hopefully you can book those now. We have our golf outing coming up, and of course our legislative cruise on the Gateway Clipper. Well, we will hope to see all three of you again there. If you have any questions, please let me know. But now we'll just allow a few moments for professional photos up front, and then you can see the commissioners if you'd like.
Molly, any questions that weren't answered, you'll forward to us, right?
Yes, yes.
So-
So we have all the cards, so
Yeah.
if we didn't get to those today, we'll try to disseminate those out to everyone.
Okay, because we'll answer any questions that people had that we didn't get to, but I will.
Okay, thank you.
And there you have it, the state of the county with the Beaver County Commissioners, Dan Camp, Tony Amadeo, and Jack Manning, talking about what they have done, what they're looking forward to, encouraging businesses and municipalities to get involved with the funding that has been brought to Beaver County from the federal and state government, something that Commissioner Amadeo said that they never knew it would be that difficult to give away money and to have people spend that money. Commissioner Camp is talking about how the municipalities have to get business done, get shovels in the ground, or risk losing that funding if it is not taken care of in a timely manner. So you've got all that. At times it seems like Groundhog Day, in which there is it seems to be the same themes year after year, but those are projects that are planned for years and perhaps even decades into the future. This crowd of business people, educators, and municipalities seem to receive the commissioners very well, and looking forward to all the projects that they have going on in the next year. I'm sure Eddie Crow will be talking about it more after the news at 10 o'clock, because it's important to the county to understand what the commissioners have been talking about and what the constituency actually wants to have accomplished. And they can do that every week, every month, once a month on Ask the Commissioners on the Teleform program. Two of the three commissioners are always available, and we hope to have all three, I'm sure, at a coming time. But time will tell with the to this broadcast. Have to think about what the commissioners were talking about and whether they're talking about the issues that you think are most important here in Beaver and Beaver County Radio. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Eddie Crow coming up after the news at 10.
Beaver County Transit Authority, connects you to